Hey guys, so you know how here lately Vinyl Nerd has been making a lot of nighttime videos where he's walking through his neighborhood like I've been doing? Well, a few days ago I made a daytime video where I'm actually walking during the daytime instead of night and listening for birds and cicadas. And it looks like he's done the same thing and he reacted to the one I made, so I figured I would go ahead and react to his too, so here we go.
Hey guys.
I can already hear all the...
I just-
Oh my god, I can already hear all the cicadas. Oh my god.
Thought I would do another one of these videos because,
I don't understand. Why does he have so much more than me? Maybe because of the cold snaps, but... Man, I don't know if I've ever even had that many. It just sounds like they're constant. And I'm not even 8 seconds in, and I'm already hearing all that.
already done them enough.
I'm hearing some Colombian trigs.
Because I wanted to do something a little different. Well, actually, this isn't different. I've done this a few times before, but I wanted to do another one.
It's been a while, though, since you've done a walking through your neighborhood during the daytime, though, so this is good.
These videos, that's more...
And the cicada activity has really picked up, it sounds like. The last time you did this, the cicadas were just getting started, I think.
Before it gets dark, so while the birds and the cicadas are still out, but also when the crickets are already coming out.
I think I'm mostly hearing
I did
scissor
hear a
grinder.
couple of new species, so that's why I wanted to
Oh yeah, he said he heard a fast tinkling ground cricket, and spoil alert, he messaged me, so I'm gonna give you a few seconds to skip in case you don't want to hear the spoil alert. He did not get it on video. He did not get the tinkling ground cricket on video, so yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's why I wanted to do this video.
He messaged me, that's how I know.
Because I recently started hearing handsome trigs, and
yeah, I actually got those first. Usually he's the one that gets them first, but I got the handsome trigs before he did, and I also got the snowy tree crickets before he did too. So, and I think I might have also got the forest scaly crickets before he did, because I feel like I heard them before he did. So I guess it could be possible that he had them and just didn't hear them after I did. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
On the street. So you know how there was that one video I did that one time where I thought I heard
Am I hearing a lyric cicada, or is that just how all of them sound? Ugh! Am I hearing a scissor grinder, or is there so many oh my god! Am I hearing a lyric cicada, or is there just so many scissor grinders that it sounds like a lyric? Finally, I got it out.
tinkling ground cricket, but it turned out it was either an Allard's ground cricket or Thomas's trig.
I hate when I do that.
This time, I actually did end up hearing a tinkling ground cricket. I heard an actual tinkling ground cricket. Yes.
I don't think my area gets those, or my grandma, because I've never heard them before. If I have heard them, I don't remember, because I also want you to remember I haven't... This is the first year I've actually paid attention this close.
And there's a handsome trig somewhere over here.
Oh yeah, I hear it. You guys may notice I sound more energetic right now because I am. I'm actually, for once, I'm more awake. So yeah, I'm actually able to... I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you guys know. I'm able to, think of more to say.
I don't see it though, and it's in someone else's bush.
Of course, of course. The first one you heard while you're walking, and it's in someone else's yard.
I think I have some in my own yard.
Well, that's good, at least.
I can go looking for it there.
Oh my god, the scissor grinders are just constant.
I'm gonna listen
I don't think even I have ever had this many. I mean, yes, there was one year where I had quite a few, but even then, like, you would at least have some pauses in between them. They were not constant like this. Like, this is just, like, this honestly kind of sounds like the comments who Katie did, there, where it's just constant. The ones at my house were more like the, they were more like the lesser angle wings. You just kind of heard one here and there.
The
That was a
dusk
good.
singing cicadas, because I'm still waiting for those.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure how late it, but according to how late it is in the year now, that nymph you found might have been one. I'm actually able to see more of his neighborhood during the daytime, so that's good.
I'm only hearing the scissor grinders right now, though.
I know, they're just everywhere.
Also, too, I can't make this video too long, since I got my favorite show coming on in a few minutes.
Oh.
So I only got roughly 30 minutes, if even that.
Well, that's still a good long video for me, so yeah.
So, I mean, I still got a bit of time.
Yeah.
So this video isn't going to be that short, but not that long either. And also, too, I forgot my camera has a limit.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid camera. Whatever I'm...
I feel like, honestly, like, I've said this before, but the camera needs... I understand putting a function on there, so that way... I understand why that is a function, because of people that will forget. But they need to have a way to turn it off, like a settings menu or something, and then you can turn off the 30-minute limit thing. Because, yeah, for people like us, it's useless. We don't need it.
Low in storage or not, it only allows me to make my videos roughly 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Which I think is such BS.
Yeah.
It's like Wind Chime Lover, Mr. Christmas Lover said. There should really be a feature where you can turn that kind of setting off.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
It's a pretty pointless feature, in my opinion.
It is. I mean, for people that will just kind of set the camera around and forget it's recording, it's useful for them. But it's very unuseful for us, because we actually like to make long videos, and we do not tend to forget to stop recording. So yeah. Oh, God. I heard that motor, yep.
Not only was that idiot revving up his engine, but he also wasn't properly paying attention to the road.
Oh, let me guess. Was he texting and driving?
He was eating while driving.
Oh. Well, I don't know why, but I don't see that often. I don't see that often here. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. I haven't seen it often here.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that while behind the wheel. That's a distraction.
Yeah, exactly. You're just supposed to focus on driving. That's one thing that my brother does. He will hold his phone in his hand while he's driving and will be scrolling through Spotify trying to find a song that he wants to listen to. And I will say that he does glance back and forth really quick. He'll glance up at the road and then back at the phone and then back at the road again, but still it's dangerous. Don't do it, guys. Just don't do it. It's safer, and you're a whole lot less likely to cause an accident if you just pay attention to the road and not use your phone. So yeah, just don't try it.
You're supposed to be paying attention to the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a food item. Another thing that I cannot...
Oh, I remember what I was going to say earlier. My dad has been eating and driving before. Like, I remember back when me and my dad used to ride to school together because he worked at the same school I went to, so he just drove me there and we walked in together. But every morning he would have me hold his plate in the car so that way he could reach over and get a bite of food if he wanted it. And at least he wasn't trying to hold the plate, he wanted me to hold it, but still, it's still a distraction.
Stand is when people stare at their phones while they're driving. And honestly, too, I hate how addicted people these days are to their phone anyway.
Oh, me too. At least, yes, I do use my phone quite a bit, but I also take time off of it to go outside and play with my dogs and do important stuff like that. I don't spend all day long 24/7 on my phone. It's honestly bad for you. It's not healthy at all. Because you will just sit around and get lazy and get fat. Okay, I'm just joking. Well, honestly, I'm not joking because that actually can happen. But you know what I'm trying to say. It's not very healthy to look at your phone 24/7. It's also bad for your eyesight, I'm pretty sure.
It's just the addiction, just everyone these days is on their phone 24/7, it seems.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I think I just remembered something else. I'm sorry I'm pausing so much. I'm just in a talkative mood today. Another thing I've noticed, I think the phones is honestly the reason why so many people are so rude and mean nowadays, because they don't have any experience, or they have very low experience with talking to people out in public because they're always on their phone, so they don't know how to be nice. All they know is how to be grumpy and grouchy and just fuss at you for the slightest reasons. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. I really think the phones is why people are so grouchy nowadays.
Oh, there's an Eastern Cottontail over there. As I was saying, it just drives me nuts. They're that addicting, and there are some people who are so addicted to their phones that they're stupid enough to stare at them while they're behind the wheel.
Yep, like my brother. I'm kidding. He's not stupid, but yeah, it's not good. I haven't really told him anything though because he gets sort of mad whenever but he would get mad at me more than likely if I tried to tell him that. He would tell me, "Benjamin, I'm paying attention." You know, and that's my real name in case you guys didn't know, but yeah, that's probably what he would say. Like, you know.
And that just pisses me off.
Me too.
Oh, wow.
What?
There's already a lesser Englewing out.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Hang on.
And that just pisses me off.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, wow. There's already a lesser Englewing out.
It looks like it's really early for one.
I'm sure you heard that.
Yeah, I heard it.
And then there's a cardinal over at someone's bird feeder over there.
Well, that's nice. I'm still just hearing scissor grinders everywhere. Oh my god. Is that a mess someone left in the road, or is that just something there? Look at that. Oh my god.
But as I was saying, I hate that people get so addicted to their phones that they can't even stay off their phone while they're driving. And people think that it's perfectly fine that people just go, "Oh, I can totally multitask and I can totally text on my phone or whatever while I'm driving." Truth is, though, they can't.
Yep, they can't. Because well, you have deer for one, and they can run out in front of you at the last second, and if you're looking down at your phone, you won't even see the deer because it ran so fast in front of you. So yeah, things can happen unexpectedly like that on the road, so that's why you always have to be looking. And if you had one of those idiots that just randomly slams on their brakes in front of you or cuts you off or do something like that, then if you're looking down at your phone, you won't see it. So yeah, you should always be looking at the road in case somebody So that way you can stop the vehicle in time to prevent an accident.
Because the phone is a distraction, and once someone is on their phone, it pretty much turns their mind away from everything else.
Yep.
And they're not.
That's my point exactly. They won't. It turns their mind away from other people. They're not. They don't know. That they won't know if somebody is doing something like stupid and brake checking people and cutting them off. You know.
As much attention to the road as they should, because when you're behind the wheel, you need to be paying attention to the road at all times.
Yep.
Because I took driving tests before.
Oh, I did too.
And I've taken driving tests, and I learned from those tests that you have always got to keep your eyes on the road. You cannot let anything distract you.
Exactly.
Because if you get distracted,
you're just asking for an accident whenever you pick up your phone, in my opinion.
Too many times, and that's just a big safety hazard. And you can get yourself or someone else killed.
Yeah.
I've heard
heard plenty of stories of people that are on their phone and then they cause an accident and it kills the other person. So, yes, I've heard plenty of stories like that.
I've heard so many horror stories.
Yeah, me too.
Of people getting into accidents because of a negligent driver on their phone.
Listen to all the scissor grinders, man. I can't.
Alright, let's get back to the meme.
I don't think I've ever had this many. Like I said, it sounds like he has so much more than I ever have.
Point of the video.
They just never stop.
It was over there. I heard that.
And I feel like there's always more than one calling too.
Tinkling.
I never just hear one.
Brown cricket, and there's also a U-Haul truck over there.
Oh, the tinkling.
Over there, I heard that. Tinkling ground.
Oh, yeah, that's
cricket, and there's also a U-Haul truck over there. Huh. I like the image there. It's got sandhill cranes on it.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty.
I like that. Alright, well,
I can definitely see why his area has more common true katydids than I do, because it definitely looks a lot more wooded, and the trees definitely look taller around his house than the trees around my house are. So yeah, I think that's why. Oh, are those the pine trees that you were hearing that pine tree cricket from that one time? And is that also where the blackhorn tree cricket comes from?
I'm hearing the lesser pine katydid, so they're already out.
Oh, so maybe that's why I don't hear them. Are lesser pine katydids mostly found in pine trees? Well, I guess since it has the word pine in their name, I guess they could be, but is that the only places they're found? Great, another car.
Alright, once this car passes through, I'm gonna go and,
At least he was nice, he didn't rev up the engine.
I'm gonna listen for the tinkling ground cricket and see if it's still there. Yeah, it was right over here, I heard it.
Is that the trees at the broadwing tree crickets?
It's more or less pine katydids.
Is that where the broadwing tree crickets normally call from?
Hearing.
Because see, I can't see all this stuff at night, so I'm not sure. I'm still hearing the scissor grinders are just everywhere. There's one that sounds pretty close. I can actually hear one now that's standing out from the rest.
Not hearing anything right now.
Meanwhile, in my area, I've only had one a couple times, and I haven't even heard it for like the past 3.5 weeks now.
Now. There's a bluebird up there. At least I think that's a bluebird.
A bluebird? That's one my area doesn't have much of. Or my grandma's. I saw one back in like the spring, I think, but I haven't seen any since. It was at my house.
Wait, no, I think that's oh, that's an eastern kingbird.
Oh, now that I did have, I remember seeing that maybe like a month or two ago. There was 2 of them, I think, and they will land on something and they will sit there for a while. Like, yeah, they will sit there and they will just not move for quite some time.
Well, I'm stupid.
Yep, that's what the one in my backyard looked like. Man, I can't even hear any birds over all the cicadas.
I heard another lesser anglewing.
Oh, that's nice. I don't think I heard it though. At least your road is only a 2-lane road, meanwhile I have a whole interstate going over here. And the speed limit's 70, so the traffic's faster. I pretty much know the speed limit's not 70 right there though, because the road looks way too narrow to be that speed. Also, it looks like a road like that wouldn't get as many of those loud tractor and trailers like I do. So yeah. Also, it seems like Vinyl Nerd gets more of those idiots that revs up their motor very loud. Because yeah, sometimes I'll hear one, like I think I heard one in the latest the last video that I made that was during the daytime where I was walking around. I think I was sitting on my back porch looking for hummingbirds, and there was someone with a loud motor. But most of the time, it's the loud tractor and trailers that we get, the ones that go. You've heard them in my videos before. That's what we get more of. It sounds like he doesn't.
I'm hearing the long-spurred meadow katydids right now.
Oh,
sounds like there's a few of them actually.
Let me put my ear up to it.
And there's another lesser anglewing.
I heard that, but I don't hear this long-spurred one.
I didn't realize before that the lesser anglewings call so early.
Yeah, I don't even think they call that early in my area. Unless the camera's making it look brighter than it really is. That's one thing I've noticed.
Oh, yeah, there's another one.
I think the camera doesn't, I think it has a hard time showing just how truly bright it is and how truly dark something is, so. Is Scissor Grinders the only cicadas that's calling right now? That's all I'm hearing. It sounds like I'm hearing 3 or 4. Just. Man, they're just all over his area. I've never had this many. I'm hearing I think I might be hearing a cricket of some kind. A trig. But I'm not for sure.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head back over. I'm still not hearing the tinkling ground cricket.
Yeah. Of course you don't hear it while you're recording. If you weren't recording, it probably would be right there.
And I was able to confirm that that's what I was hearing last night, because I even listened to the recordings. Because while I was over here, I pulled my phone up. I pulled my phone out and listened to different recordings on songs of insects, because I listened to species that sound similar. I listened to the recording for the Allow's ground cricket. That didn't match. The Thomas's trig didn't match. The fast tinkling and the slow tinkling trig, they didn't match. But then I listened to the recording for the tinkling ground cricket, and it sounded identical to what I was hearing.
Nice. I don't think my area gets those. I've never heard them, at least, that I remember.
Colombian trigs that I'm hearing right now.
Yeah, I'm hearing Colombian trigs too. Wait, let me make sure that's what he said.
So, there's more Colombian trigs that I'm hearing right now. Unfortunately, I still haven't heard any dusk singing cicadas.
Of course not. I bet you since it's the last one you're waiting on, you won't hear it for a long time. Or if at all.
So still waiting on those, I guess.
Same with me for the round-tipped conehead. I bet you I'm not going to hear it for a while because it's the last one. Yeah, I can definitely tell why his area has more common true katydids. The trees just look more suitable for them. The trees in my area look younger and they're not as tall. I'm hearing a scissor grinder that sounds pretty close.
Scissor grinders are everywhere, though.
Yeah, I know. They're literally the main part of the chorus right now. That's basically all I'm hearing besides the Colombian trigs.
What was that I just heard?
Wait, let me listen.
What the?
I didn't hear anything.
What was that I just heard?
Was it kind of like that noise I heard that the other day where the cicada stopped calling and then I heard it buzz again slightly as it I felt like I might have heard something the other day that sounded like the cicada flying from one tree to the other tree, and then it made sort of like a buzzing noise real shortly once it landed. Was it kind of like that? Why does it sound like he could it's funny, some of the scissor grinders in his area sound like the Eastern scissor grinder while others just sound like the regular. So I wonder if he could have both. It's just
I heard the lyrics.
Just an observation I made. Oh, a lyric cicada?
Cicada.
That's good. Let me see. Yeah, I can't hear anything but the scissor grinders.
I think I heard the lyric cicada, which is the first time in a while I've heard any. No, that's one I don't hear very often, is the lyric cicada. The lyric and the Linnies I don't hear every day.
I just heard another
like the scissor grinders or the Robinsons.
I think it's funny how... Hang on. I wonder if he'll explain what I'm about to say. Now see, that one there sounds more like the regular...
I think the Linnies is the one...
The regular scissor grinder.
I hear the least, because I know there will be times where I'll go for a whole week without hearing any. And it's always been that way. They've never really been common in my area. And then the Lyric, I'll usually go for a few days without hearing them.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's actually it's funny how it's the opposite way around, at least for this year. This year I've heard mostly, this year I've mostly had Swamp Cicadas, Lyric, and Lenny. While his is the opposite way around. He has more, Scissor Grinders, he has more Robinsons, and, just stuff like that. All the ones that I have more of, he has less of, and all the ones that he has less of, I have more of. So yeah.
Swamp Cicadas, I usually hear.
Well, that one I think he has more of those, according to what I've heard this year. But I've finally been hearing a couple more here lately, so they might be trying to come out finally.
Maybe once every 2 or 3 days, so I don't hear them every day, but still quite often. I feel like I've heard them less this year than I have previous years, because I know
I know I definitely have. I haven't heard many all the species in general. I just haven't heard many cicadas at all this year. At least they're starting to pick up now, though. Hopefully before the year's over, I'll get to hear a full chorus, but something tells me I won't.
To hear them every day. So, and then the Scissor Grinders and the Robinsons, those are the two that I still hear every day.
Yeah.
Except I haven't heard any Robinsons yesterday.
Oh, that's weird. I thought, because I remember reacting to another one of his videos where he's in his backyard, and the Robinsons were just constant. So that's weird.
For some reason, I heard them today though, so that's good.
Oh well, at least you heard some today. I'm hearing Colombian Triggs. Is that his house? Yeah, I think it is.
Hearing a bunch of Colombian Triggs in the Myrtle Tree again. I know I was also hearing Handsome Triggs here earlier.
Well, that's
before
good.
I started recording, but I haven't been hearing them anymore. So
yeah, for some reason I only hear those during the day, but research says they can call both day and night. But in my experience, or at least from what I've heard, at least from what I've heard in my own backyard, they only call during the day. So
I'm not hearing any right now.
I'm hearing Colombian Trig very close, it sounds like. Oh, I hear
I only got roughly 10 minutes left before my show starts.
Oh no. I'm hearing the Arias chime. The wind must be blowing a little bit.
Oh, there's a breeze picking up right now, and it actually feels really nice.
Yep, I was right. It's the Arias. I forgot the size. I think it's 44 inch. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I definitely think the older colors for the Arias chimes were way better. Nowadays, they just have that stupid satin silver, and I think that just... no. That just does not look good. This right here looks way better. Okay, this right here, I don't think his backyard is really that dark. I think it's just the camera is having a hard time picking up the light. So, alright, my clock is striking. Hang on a minute. Alright, as I was saying, I think the camera just has a hard time picking up the light because you see how the house is still so bright, but the backyard's so dark. Yeah, that just seems very unrealistic to me, so I think it's the camera that's causing that illusion.
Gonna go down to the back and see what's over there.
That's the same thing my computer does. The camera on my computer. Also, those lights are in his yard. I've wondered where those blinking lights were. I couldn't tell because it was dark all the other times I've seen them. Oh my god, the scissor grinders are everywhere.
There is something I'm hearing down here, but I'm not sure what it is.
I wonder if they've always been like this the whole time he's lived there, every year. Sounds like I'm hearing two individual ones that stand out to me.
Whatever it is, I'm only hearing it in the slightest.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything
It's hard
besides
to hear anything over the scissor grinders.
Yeah, exactly.
I swear, if it's not the commentary Katie did drowning everything out, it's the scissor grinders.
Yeah, I know. If it's not one thing, it's another. I know.
Or sometimes the Carolina ground crickets will drown everything out.
I know how that feels.
Let's see if the green frog is over here.
I think I might be hearing a faint.
Doesn't look like it.
A faint narrowing tree
I don't
cricket.
See it.
I don't hear any that stands out though. It sounds like they're out in the distance, but I do think I'm hearing a faint narrow-winged. It might be.
Yeah, it's not over there.
It might be multiple ones that are just out in the distance.
I'm hearing a lesser angle wing.
Actually, the pitch it's kind of in between that of narrow-winged and Davis's, so I'm not sure which one.
I think I'm hearing a narrowing tree cricket.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too. Like I said, I don't know which species though. Whenever this stuff happens, it makes it 10 times harder. So it's gonna suck when the colder weather comes because it'll make it harder to identify stuff. I'm trying to listen to if the pulses. Another way to tell them apart is the narrow-winged usually has more regular pulses, while the Davis's has more irregular. So the narrow-winged will more than likely be, it'll call for 4 seconds one time and then pause, and then call for another 4 seconds and then pauses again. But the Davis's is more like it'll call for 4 seconds one time and then pause, and then 10 seconds the next time and then pause, and sometimes even for just 1 second and then pause. So it's just more irregular, from what I've noticed. The pulses sound more regular, so I think they're narrow-winged.
Yeah, I got the music of the spears over here. Aquarian mezzo.
Yep, I see it. Oh, that's peaceful sounding with the cicadas and crickets.
I don't think I mentioned this in any of my videos yet, but in a few days I probably am going to be getting another one of these.
Oh yeah, he's been telling me about this. He's been telling me that he's getting some birthday money and he's gonna go buy some from Ace Hardware if he can find one that he likes. I really hope that they have a whole tone mezzo. I really hope they have that, and I hope he buys it if they do.
Either another music of the spears or another Corinthian bells, because I'm going to Ace next month.
Hopefully,
not next.
I think it'd be cool if he could buy the 50-inch Corinthian bells if they were there, but I doubt it.
month, next week. I meant to say next week.
Those are very expensive
next
now.
week for my birthday. So I'm gonna see what they have there and possibly buy another Music of the Spirits of Corinthian Bells. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, they definitely sound more
I think that tree cricket I'm hearing is a narrow-winged.
Yeah, it definitely sounds more like narrow-winged. What? What happened? Oh yeah, I just got a good listen to that individual. It's definitely a they're definitely narrow-winged. The pulses are irregular. And also the pitch matches more of narrow-wing too.
Although it actually does sound a little
Wait, does he notice it too?
I don't know. To me it sounds somewhat lower pitch.
He does notice it. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to
not
tell.
that low pitch though, so it might still be a narrow-winged.
Yeah,
I was about to say it might be a Davis's.
That's what I'm gonna call it, the narrow-winged. So
it doesn't sound that low pitch, so I think it's still a narrow-winged. I haven't really. I don't know if I've ever had any Davises here, honestly.
The only spot I ever hear them around here is down at that spot where the snowy tree crickets are. So I guess they're just more restricted to those kind of habitats. I don't know. Just a theory. Man, just all the scissor grinders, it's crazy. I can just hear them all in the background. They never stop. Honestly, I can understand. After listening to this, I can actually understand why your mom gets tired of them after a while. I can actually understand. I mean, it honestly might actually kind of annoy me too because, well, for one, it would make it hard for me to hear anything else that's around. And two, if you were trying to, like, say, get some sleep or something, like, say you had to go to bed early, like, say you were going on vacation and you had to go to bed early so that way you could wake up real early and get on the road. And then you have all that noise there to keep you awake. And yeah, that I can understand why people get tired of them, but in my personal opinion, they don't bother me. I actually like them. But I mean, I think it would definitely get tiring to me after a while if I was like, if they did that all day long and not just in the evening, then yes, it would definitely get tiring. But the fact that it's just the evening hours, it's fine with me. I think I just heard
I'm
a two-spotted.
Also hearing what I think is a two-spotted tree cricket nearby.
Actually, I just thought of something. What if, this is just another theory, what if those are Davises, and that higher pitched one just now was a narrow-winged? Like say the weather's warm enough to make the Davises sound more like narrow-winged, and the narrow-winged to sound more like two-spotted. It's just a theory. I don't know how warm it is right now, or I don't know how warm his area was that night. I still think it's a two-spotted though, like you said.
Okay, I got less than 5 minutes before my show starts, so I think I'm gonna end the video here. So, bye.